Hello friends and welcome. I'm Sarah Liz from Sassy's LLC and this is day 4 of 12 days of giveaways. I'm giving away over $2,000 in crafty supplies between now and Christmas and the pile is getting bigger every day. I cannot wait to show you what we're giving away today. I have 2 separate giveaways. It will be a single form to fill out and then I'll draw 2 names. Each giveaway is open for 5 days, so I will link below to the playlist for the other days of giveaways. And if they're still open, you can still fill out that form to enter to win. This is all part of my mission to make card making more affordable and more accessible for everyone. As part of this mission for the last 2 years, I've been releasing free digital printables on the first and third Friday of every month. They have sentiments, card sketches, sometimes even digital paper and ephemera. I want everyone to have the gift of crafting. It has been a huge part of my mental health journey, and I am so pleased to share it with you. We're gonna unbox the big bag of supplies I have for somebody, and then we'll talk about the second giveaway, and I'll tell you how to enter. Just a heads up, I will only ship within the 48 contiguous United States because shipping is a bear, but I do have some digital giveaways for those of you who may be international or may live in Alaska or Hawaii. So let's take a look. For our first giveaway today, I have stuffed this padded flat rate envelope with as many supplies as I could. Some of these are brand new, some of these are gently used. I've gotten them from a variety of companies, but mostly we have spellbinders in here because that's what I use the most. Okay, friends, our first item is this 6-layer stencil set. It's the layered Merry Christmas foliage. It also has a die in there. I'll show you that in a second. But this has Merry Christmas with 2 layers. So that's the shadow and that's the word. It's so stunning. And then there's all this like foliage that you can put around the outside. I just brought in some black cardstock so you can see this a little better. This is absolutely stunning. I made a ton of cards with this last Christmas, but I made so many that I am ready to let this go to a new home. The die will cut out that Merry Christmas, so you can pop it up on the foliage or you can just stencil the Merry Christmas with the shadow and use that separately on a card. So I am absolutely in love with this one. I hope you enjoy it too. Next, this one has been around for a long time. I had to move everything. It's so big. It's a full Slimline and it says birthday. And then you've got this sort of scripty happy. Okay, so here's their sample on the back. I have had this in my stash since the summer of 2022 and I still haven't used it. So I think it's time to find it a new home. It's a quick and easy card. I think it's super fun. These are the Dancin holiday sentiments. There are a bunch of Dancin dies from Spellbinders. I love them and they have great punny sentiments. You are so dear to me. Your presence is requested. You're the holly to my jolly. Merry wishes to you and yours. And so there are lots of all-purpose sentiments and then some that really go with the dancing critters. It is seasonal. It is beautiful. I haven't used it. I think I bought it in a warehouse sale, so I got a really good deal on it. But since I make so many of my own sentiments, sometimes I get excited about a stamp set and then find out that it really just needs a new home. Somebody who stamps more than I do. This pair. Oh, they're so funny. So this one is the actual shopping cart. And you can put all kinds of stuff in here. Spellbinders has tons of small dies that would be great for shoving into a shopping cart. And then this one has a bunch of pieces you might put in there. We have a flamingo, which I think is why I bought it. And then we have a watering can, a potted plant, couple potted plants, a boot that you can put a plant in. Oh, I just think it's so stinking cute. Again, I bought it in a warehouse sale and I've had it since the summer of 2023 and I haven't used it. A lot of these I purchased before I really started my YouTube channel and my time is just a little bit more at a premium than it used to be. So these are brand new. I have cut the tops off some of them, but I would love for these to find a new home with somebody goofy just like me. This is the Glimmer Holly background. It is larger than A2. It's like 4.5 by maybe 5 3/4. This was designed by Janis Mikula, I want to say. And it is beautiful. Not all of the lines connect. It's got this really great sort of whimsical feel to it. I've used the hot foil plate a lot on its own, but there is a 4-layer stencil set. So I'm going to show you this real quick. I do want to just give you a heads up. These do not line up perfectly on top of the hot foil plate. It's intended to have a very whimsical feel to it. So just be aware if you go to stencil, don't get frustrated. That's how it was designed to be. Maybe look at the samples online, but this is a really, really beautiful set and you get the pair together. So I hope you love this. Next, I have the Glimmering Hooray. This is a Carissa Wiley. I love the size of this. Okay, so this is about, what, 3.5 inches wide. It says hip, hip, hooray. And then there is a die if you want to cut it out, but you certainly could hot foil it onto maybe some heat resistant acetate and put a little shaker behind there. If you have like a balloon die, I think that would be beautiful. I've used it a couple of times for birthday cards. Super great. This is one of my all-time favorite embossing folders, and I'm only giving it away because I have two. It's called the Lush Leaves embossing folder. I got sent one from Spellbinders because I do some design work for them, making samples. But I also got one in the Weekender, which was their crafty retreat. It is gorgeous. The leaves are so big. It's a 3D embossing folder, and this will emboss a half a sheet of cardstock. It's absolutely massive. So I love this. All-time favorite. Next, we have the Joyful Glimmer plate. It's actually 2 glimmer plates. One will do the joyful and one will put little holly leaves around the outside. I have a video tutorial using this one, so you can do these in 2-toned foil. I foiled this second piece and then used some pearlescent watercolor to fill it in. And it's really, really great. It will fill your A2 card with just a little border around the outside. This is another one that I really love, but I have 2 because Spellbinder sent me one, but I also bought one in my Weekender kit. So here, this cuts out, and it actually doesn't like to come out of here sometimes. It cuts like an embroidery hoop, and then you get this centerpiece with all those pierced details. This will come apart into 2 pieces so you can do different colors. And then you've got this beautiful rainbow with lots of different pieces. You can swap out some other things. There's a little bit of greenery. The top of the hoop, you can see one in here, and I'll leave those extras in here for you. I have a ton of this cut. I just used this die set in a video recently making Christmas ornaments. So this one, definitely a keeper. Next, I have a stamp set. This was exclusive to the Weekender retreat, and I used it for the Weekender retreat, but you know me, I just don't stamp that much. The sentiments are amazing. You're pretty amazing. The adventure begins. Have a really great birthday. And I love that one because it goes so well with the giant bicycle from BB Cameron. What bicycle, you ask? This bicycle. I have used this a bunch. You can make a huge shape card out of it. There are lots of tutorials, but there is sort of a frame for the bike that will help you do that. Sorry, these are kind of a mess. I'll make sure I kind of tape that up so they're not going to fall out. But you'll get both of these. This Gathering Stitches also from the Weekender. Again, I just have duplicates of these 2, and then I don't stamp that much. So if you didn't do the Weekender retreat, now you have an opportunity to grab some of those pieces. I have 2 different sets of 1mm foam squares for you. These are bigger ones. I don't know if you can tell. And then these are smaller ones. I used a few, but honestly, I use foam tape sometimes, but I don't pop that much stuff up. So these need a new home because I have too much adhesive. Next, we have a 2D embossing folder from Divinity Designs. This is the Flourishes embossing folder, and it's pretty big. Just for size reference, like there's my A2 panel, and you can see I've got extra room around the outside. I always appreciate that, so I don't have to worry about it being perfect in there. Then I just bought this, you guys. I think it was like $2 to be fair. I think it's really cool, but I finished up making my Christmas cards and didn't end up reaching for it. And I know if I tuck it away until next year, I'll forget that I have it. I think it's really, really cute. We've got that reindeer mail. This says, "Oh, what fun," and has a really fun pattern. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and it's got that distressed vintagey feel that's so popular right now. And then this guy, I've used him so many times. Oh, Christmas tree. You have a bunch of little like ornaments and things, and then a star you can put on the top. The tree is actually 2 layers. I don't know if you can see that. So there's sort of an outside layer, and then they cut that background out of some green glitter cardstock. I have done this many, many times. I've done it in white, like a matte white, regular white. Matte white, you guys, it's just white cardstock, but then a white glitter cardstock, and it is beautiful. This is the 3D embossing folder called Floral Frenzy from Lisa Horton, and it's also very large. It's a 5x7, so you can kind of see it here. I think this is beautiful. It was a freebie that I got from scrapbook.com. I may have ordered twice, close enough together that I have 2 of these. So I wanted to pass one along to y'all. This one is so good. This is a BB Cameron Snowflake Wishes. So you have 3 dies here, I believe, Sending and Wishes. And then you can use this little guy to cut out the sentiments here to sort of mix and match. It has that sort of emergency card feel to it. All things are possible. Wishing you a happy retirement, wishing you a speedy recovery, season's greetings, heartfelt sympathy. Like there's something for everything. This came out as like a holiday kit, Snowflake Wishes, right? But this is an all seasons stamp and coordinating die set. And I have just used it a ton. And so I don't know that I'm going to reach for it a whole lot anymore. I hope somebody who gets this really loves it. Here's a picture because I forgot to show you. All right, one more. This is a 3-piece stencil from Photoplay. And this is just one of those examples of like, if I stick holiday stuff away without using it before the holiday season is over, I forget that I have it. So this I got at the end of last season and then forgot. So here we go. Over here, we have the poinsettia itself. Okay. And there are 3 layers of leaves and they line up perfectly on top of each other. And what I think I love most is that we have these little like circles here that are cut out to help you line it up and make sure everything is where it needs to be. And then over here, we have some ways that we can add like veining onto there. We have some holly leaves. And then there's a bunch of sentiments. This Merry Christmas is a beautiful font. Then we have Season's Greetings, Peace, Noel, Holly Jolly. If you have not purchased Photoplay products before, their price points are amazing. They are, for whatever reason, just a handful of dollars less expensive than a similar product from any other American brand. And they're really quality products. They make some fun and sassy things. So I encourage you to check them out. I might see if I can find some of my favorites and link them below for you because this is super fun. Friends, I can't even fit this like all on my desk for a shot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 die sets, 3 large embossing folders, 1, 2, 3, 4 stamp sets. This one also has dies. We have 2 stencil sets. This one also has dies. A 3rd stencil set with a glimmer plate, and then 2 more glimmer options and some foam pieces. This is one of the biggest giveaways that I have, and there is a second giveaway today. 3 months ago, I started a Patreon membership program, and I have tried to offer all kinds of extra bonus content to my paid membership. There's a $2 tier where I regularly give people extra bonus content that can be emailed right to them, but otherwise it's available for just a limited time. Then I have a $5 membership tier where they also have access to a database that will link them directly to all of the videos so they can search by sketch or by theme and get straight to the video they want without having to dig through the emergency card kit playlist. Then I have a $12 tier, the Saskatoons. This is really where things start to open up. So in that same database, their version of it also gives them direct download access. So they can just click a button and download that kit. And their kits often have extra content, or at least they have since I started my Patreon. The other thing they have as a direct download in that database is access to resizable image files for all of the sentiments. So if you find a kit you like, but you only like 3 of the sentiments, you can delete the rest of them and then just print the ones you want, or you can resize them and make them bigger or make them smaller. It gives you tons and tons of versatility for these kits. Then there is the Sassy Champion tier. It's $25 a month, and they get even more bonus content. So any kit that has digital paper or ephemera, they get those as PNG resizable image files. The Saskatiers only get the sentiments as resizable image files. Since I started my Patreon, there are at least 5 digital papers included every month. They also have access to this database. It organizes every sentiment I have ever released, over 1,000 sentiments, and you can search by wording, by theme, by how many pages are in the kit. It gives you so many ways to find what you're looking for, and it includes direct download links to the PDF files, the resizable PNG sentiment files, and the resizable PNG image files. So you have everything you need right at your fingertips for quick and easy card making. Today, I'm going to give away 2 Saskatier memberships to 2 separate lucky winners. Everything you need is in the description box below the video. So click on more or show more and it will open up that little box. It has tons of information in there for you. So I have links to all of the emergency card kit playlists. There's one with all the videos, and then there's one with just holiday stuff and one with just kits that coordinate with Spellbinders products. Sometimes I've done like really unique special kits for them. You will also find a link to the 12 days of giveaways playlist in case there are videos that still have forms open and you want to register to win even more prizes. You'll find a list of exclusive coupon codes in there in case you're doing some shopping. It can help you save a little bit of money. And then I'll list all of the products that were included in case you want to do some investigating. I'll link them if I can, though some may be discontinued. Finally, you will also find your 2 ways to enter to win. One is a Google form. You're going to click on it. It's going to ask a few simple questions. Your name, where you live, so I know if I can send you physical product. You have to be in the 48 contiguous United States for the physical products, but the digital products can go anywhere. Then it's going to ask you for an email address. Put one that you check, please, please. That is how I will contact you if you win, and you will have 5 days to get back to me and tell me where to send it. If I don't hear from you, I'll draw another name because I really want this to find a new home for the new year. Then it will also ask you if you want to sign up for my mailing list so you don't miss out on giveaways or free downloads or any of that fun stuff. The second way to register to win is to click on the link to the Patreon poll. If you're already a Patreon member, just make sure you're logged in and that link will take you right where you need to be. If you are not a member of my Patreon, you can register for free. I'll have a video linked right below it that is like a tutorial and walkthrough of my Patreon. It shows you the different membership options, but also how you can join for free because I have lots of extra freebies there for you. When you get to the poll, you have to vote. It is the voting that puts your name and your email address in a spreadsheet for me. So when I'm drawing a name, it's really easy for me to figure out who I need to email. Comments are great, and I'm so excited to hear from you. I want to know what you love best about this giveaway, but it won't put your name in the spreadsheet, okay? So just a heads up, you have to vote in the poll to be entered to win that way. You can register both ways and get your name in there twice. I'm really excited for you. I will draw those names once the poll and the giveaway form has closed. I will try to keep you guys updated here on YouTube in my community tab and then over on Patreon to let you know who won, just in case you're keeping up with things, but be sure to check your email. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more of the 12 days of giveaways. I hope you are inspired. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.